Touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now, CD, we did get a little ahead of ourselves talking about John Madden, the broadcaster in the 90s and 2000s, because there was another product during that time period that he became quite famous for. It's something that you and I know a little bit about, and that's the video game that bears his name. Originally John Madden Football when it was first released back in the late 1980s, and now known the world over simply as Madden.
And Coach saw this originally as a way to teach the game of football. The early designs were for a 7-on-7 game, but he said no chance. He would not sign off on it. He wanted to be as realistic as possible. He told them, call me when it's 11-on-11. And he got his wish.
Yeah, after that debut, Madden the video game continued to pick up steam through the 90s in a big way, and John himself, many will remember, was a commentator for the series for many years. And now here we are in the 2020s, and this game has sold somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 million copies. So, CD, you look at the accumulation of John Madden's achievements in the world of football, the coaching success, the Super Bowl title, the incredible career as a broadcaster with 12 Emmy Awards, Madden the video game. It was very fitting back in 2006 that John Madden got the call to be enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A more deserving person you will not find. He gave an incredible speech on that day, Brandon. So many of his former Raider players were in attendance. They talked about how he envisioned that when the last person turns off the lights in the hall every night, they could bust talk football amongst themselves. And what a discussion that might be.
Yeah, he finished his speech by saying, today feels like the second time in my life that I'm being carried off on the shoulders of others. Yet instead of off the field, it's into the Hall of Fame. This has been the sweetest ride of them all. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And Vinatieri's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points.
Why are we doing this?
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law. And it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
He'll look to throw. He finds Kittle going across the field. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the AFC on an incredible afternoon of football and remembering the life.
Time to decide how you're going to make your Madden NFL 23 debut. You could put yourself back on the head back to the brightest lights of them all and take the field in Super Bowl 56. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name, King Crown.